Moin. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's me, Mace. Today we're going to have a relaxing little video, a stroll through the streets, a German practical driving test. Let's check this out. This is super interesting. My wife is actually in the midst of getting her license. It's a bit of I'm sure it's a very different process here in Canada as opposed to the German process for getting your license. I think it's a lot more robust. The steps that you have to go through in Germany, just for the safety of people, road users, and the safety of everybody, right? Here in Canada, we have a pretty good system. I think the provinces decide their own systems for getting your license. Here in British Columbia, usually first thing you do is you have to pass it's basically a test, a computer test, like out of 50 questions, I think. And then you get your learner's license. And with the learner's license, you need to have a instructor, or not an instructor, but you need to have a supervisor with you who I believe has to be over 25 years of age and with their own full class 5 license. And then once you have that for, I think, a year or 6 months, you can apply for the N, which is a new driver. And then you can drive by yourself, but you can only carry one passenger. And then after another year, you can get your full driver's license. I've had my driver's license for about 16 years, and I think it was a lot easier when I did it. They started making things a bit more robust just to make sure that we had more safety on the roads, less accidents, and less fatalities due to those accidents. I've been in a terrible car accident myself. It wasn't my fault. I was hit by a driver who was going through a red light, and yeah, it was pretty bad. All right, let's get driving. This is a long video. Maybe I'll do a part 1, or we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just do the full video. Let's check it out.
My video, well, it is the first one, and it's supposed to be the basic check of a driving test in Hanover. So we've got the regular regulations here, give way and so on. I will just do some commenting, and we will have a 2-video recording, which means you once can listen to my voice and explaining everything, and the other one is have a look to the street and what we see. All right, then let's start.
All right, so I guess this is the instructor talking, and yeah, they're going to take us for a little drive.
So, indicating left, side view, see nothing comes, and let's start the video. So, you always have to pay attention for your speed, and as I haven't seen any sign here, it's 50. If you look at the street here, the street doesn't allow 50. As you can see, there's a give way. We have to turn right now. So my recommendation is first line, stop before the cycle paths, no bicycle coming, restarting the car.
So in Germany, is it 50 kilometers an hour within city limits? Because that's our default here in Canada. If you don't really know, if there's no signage within city limits, it's usually 50. And then on highways, I think it's 80 or 100.
Moving off.
But city limits 50.
Here, small arc that we do not hit the oncoming traffic. And we've turned around.
Good idea.
No sign of speed limit, which means 50. So let's speed up to 50. So as you can see, straight ahead, there's a sign which says you've got the priority street, and the additional signs.
So I want to look at the signs, and they are driving around in Hanover. So the priority turn, okay, I see. So the black line indicates the priority turn, and then it does the rest of it basically operates like a 4-way stop, essentially.
You are position number 1, so we just head along straight ahead and continue. So for ecological reason, straight ahead street, we just shift to 4th gear in the city at the speed of 50. Now
Did he say ecological reasons? I think he means economical. Ecological. I guess they would both work, but probably means economical, right?
You can see a sign of danger on the right side, which means level crossing. So we slow down. It's absolutely okay if you just slow down to 2nd gear, have a look to the left, have a look to the right.
So you don't have to come to a complete stop? I thought that stop line would be a complete stop, but it seems to be just Caution.
Okay, if you just slow down to second gear, have a look to the left, have a look to the right, nobody's coming, and then you might imagine why. Please leave the train tracks fast. So next we turn right, same procedure. This is a give way, so we continue to the first line. No bicycle from the left, no bicycle from the right. Second line is the line of sight, no car from the left. And turn around. Here there's no sign of speed. And
50.
maximum speed, so it's 50. As you can see on the right side, there is a sign which says 30. Kindergarten 6 to 22, which means now it's 10 minutes to 8 o'clock in the evening, so it's still 30.
6 to 22, like 6 a.m. until 10 p.m.? So we have the same thing here in Canada. School zones, you always have to go slow. It's usually, 30 kilometers an hour for the protection of the children. They're crossing streets and playing in the streets and whatnot.
Now you can see a sign which says 50, but if you look a little bit further, there's another sign which says do the round thing, drive 30, until the end of construction site. So let's drive 30. So, big mistake, very inviting. There's a left lane which is clear. In Germany we drive on the rightmost lane. On the ground you can see a yellow line, which is the stopping line for the construction site.
So we have these very similar construction zone things with the lights in Canada. Usually there'll be a little buildup of vehicles waiting at the red light because there's only one lane, right, to get by, and they have to alternate.
And our eco mode of the car lets the engine to be silent.
Eco mode. Ecological or economical? Huh? He's got his left turn signal on, I guess. You don't really need to have it on because you're not moving. But what's that writing on the wall say? Something 742?
Alright, let's continue. Nobody behind us. Sometimes bicycles, very impatient, try to overtake us. So I've done a side view.
So far what I'm seeing is a lot of common sense, and I feel like I could drive here no problem. The traffic signs and the road markings seem quite user friendly and intuitive, that you can kind of grasp what they mean without knowing the language or anything like that. It's not language based, it's just common sense based. I like
to exclude that anybody tries to overtake us in the construction site. Still 30. As a habit, I indicate, although it's not necessary because it's the only way we can go. Construction site is over. I accelerate a bit.
Is the guy talking, driving, or somebody else driving?
On priority street. The next priority is a turning, bending priority, which means right before left. So I go to that line.
So a right turn priority.
Check my traffic on the most important direction, that's the right side, all clear, and
that's different. So
to that line.
I thought that he would have the right of way here because he's got the priority on the sign. You
Stop
really
me completely. Check my traffic on the most important direction, that's the right side, all clear, and I continue.
I think that one maybe would have given me some troubles.
So, as you can see, 30 zone. It
Playground.
should be like a switch. If you see a sign, 30 zone, it usually should say 30, of course, and mostly right before left. As the examiner always says, when nothing is said, it's always straight ahead.
Hey, you guys, what's going on with this road? This road looks a little bumpy. Looks like there's some potholes that could be fixed here. It's pretty bumpy. It's not so smooth.
So you wouldn't say anything now. And the second thing is, if this traffic signs say something different, then you have to see yourself. Yeah, in the distance you can see there's a round sign and there's a car.
It's a one-way
inside,
street.
Which means we are not allowed to go inside. I indicate left and
Prohibited.
I'll do a real.
So it's a one-way road, prohibited sign from driving up there. Obviously, you don't want to do that. I've done that before when I was driving around in Calgary. I went up a one-way road. It's always not good. It's always not good.
Left turning with side view, so I can exclude that any bicycle comes on the wrong side. Here, for example, he oftenly says, please find a suitable place to turn around. Bitte eine geeignete Stelle suchen zum Umkehren. So usually you would find a place with the biggest space you can see.
It's a pretty narrow
That's
road
the garage here on the right side.
with
So
the
we pass
cars
by,
parked. You back in and you turn around.
indicate, check the cars behind us. They're stopping and waiting for us, so I'll have a reverse view, reverse driving, reverse view, nothing behind us. And we continue to our original direction with indicating. And still 30 because we are in a 30 zone. As we were not able to go to the left at the end of this road, it's automatically a turning to the right. Indicated. Check for bicycles. Nothing. Check for cars from the right.
So very similar to Canadian driving right now. I feel like Germans could drive here, and we could drive there as well. It seems pretty similar.
Side, nothing. So here he would ask you, please find a place to park, or he will
There's one.
instruct you.
There's one.
So this is the right before left. Nothing.
It's gonna park
There's a
here.
suitable place to park. I indicate early. Stop here. And now there are two versions of parking. The one I want to show you is
He's gonna do a parallel parking. Parallel parking is the hardest thing to teach. You kind of just have to. You have to figure it out in your mind, and then once you're confident, you're good to go.
now doing it with an eyesight. You have a look into that corresponding mirror on the side of the parking gap. I steer completely to the right and try not to hit that car.
That's the thing about driving. It's all about confidence. It's all about confidence. You're in control of the car. The car is essentially an extension of your body when you're driving it. You're in control of it. The only thing you have to be aware of is other drivers who are stupid and don't know how to drive. So those are the things that you need to watch out for. Other than that, just worry about yourself. Worry about what you're doing. You're in control of the car. You're in control of the gas pedal. You're in control of the steering. And you can manipulate that car to do whatever you like, and just drive cautiously, safely, defensively, and be smart, and you'll be fine.
If you can see that one in the mirror, I will not hit the car. Now I take the second airbag, still go reverse, pass by that car with my widest part. Then I take the angle until I can see the curb. Don't be exaggerated and excited about this beeper. That's all this new technical stuff. And now we pass by, all very carefully.
This is a different type of parking style. I wouldn't park like this. My parallel parking style is much different. I think it's because he's probably driving a very small vehicle. I can't really tell how big the vehicle is.
Now I will hit the curb. That is the curb.
See, I would do it like I'm turning the wheel that way as I come in and then straighten out. But he's going to do it just going straight backwards, hits the curb, and then he's going to turn the wheel to the right and go in. Much different than, I haven't seen that style of parking really before. I think, interesting. I wasn't taught like that.
Curb. And now as we cannot go reverse anymore, take the first gear, steer completely to this side of parking gap. That's the right side in this case. And now we have got a slight bump of our front right wheel.
I mean,
Yeah, that was the bump.
do you have to do that? Do you have to hit the
Steering
curb?
wheel, second airbag, parking brake, turn off the engine.
Perfect.
Now, that was the first parking. We did the reverse. We did the turning. We did the reverse parking, parallel parking, and now the next basic task is the emergency braking. So let's first get into running
Emergency
traffic.
braking, eh?
Indicate side view, all clear. We can go.
All clear.
Now I speed up to 30, second gear. And now my driving teacher says the word.
Brake.
Now,
Those are
as
some
is learned, which means first gear indicate mirror,
well
mirror,
working
side view,
brakes
all
right
clear,
there.
And let's proceed.
Got a nice Passat. I mean, Jetta.
So, now, right before left, the car in front of us is indicating, so turning traffic has to wait. We may go first. And
You have the right of
so
way,
we
sir.
proceed here now to that next intersection. You cannot see the important sign because the truck on the right side is parking in the wrong way. Now you can see it. Priority street may go first, and then the street from the right. That car goes first. Car's gone. There's a bus on the left side. Huh? And there's no need to rushing things. We just can let the bus go first.
Where's the bus?
Oh, there's a bicycle on the right side, which may go first too because of priority street. So check the directions. Nothing from the left, nothing from straight ahead, nothing from the right. And so we just turn around. No pedestrians here because when you're turning, the pedestrians may go first too. So let's go with something like 30 until we cross the zebra crossing. Done. And no sign, so we can drive 50. Oh, badly parked car on the right side. You always have to check your mirrors from time to time, every 30 seconds, to see what happens on your left side. Oh, there's a sign. It says 30 until the zebra crossing. We've had that before with the construction site. So zebra crossings gone, and it's 50 again.
I noticed they're kind of driving in the bike lane, so that would be another thing you'd have to be aware of, right? If there's any cyclists.
So on the right side, you can see sign of danger, dangerous bend. So if you take your
Caution sign, slow down for the bend, don't go too fast.
accelerator and you just roll through the bend, then it's all fine. Another sign which says careful traffic light in 70 meters, but the lamp below that is not indicating, so we can assume that the traffic light is green. Yeah, see there one, that's true. And if you drive something like 30 in this bend, that's fine. Go, bend is over, speed up to something like 50, and let's see what expects us next. If nothing is said, always straight ahead. You see the arrows on the ground, you say straight ahead. Oh, there's a stop sign. I'll go to that line without thinking. The blue sign says we have to go to the right, indicating necessary. No bicycle from the left, no bicycle from the right, no car from the left. And big street,
Yeah.
no sign of speed.
50.
The right side has a sunken curb, which means we have got the priority.
The priority intersections, I'm still
And maximum speed here.
a little unclear on, but I think I would
Still
I would be
priority
fine in
No. Straight ahead, we've got some
a practical
parked
sense.
cars on the right side. Now this is pretty narrow.
So be cautious.
So in this case,
Lots of room.
we can go a little bit to the center line. Maybe we cross it a bit because there's enough space for the others, so we will not endanger them. All right, now it's a green light.
It's a lot of signs.
Level crossing ahead, but this one is an easy one. I checked my side view.
I like how he calls them
no
zebra
change to
crossings,
left,
the pedestrian
nothing
crossings
from the
earlier.
right. Traffic lights are off, and you may continue at the speed. So, some 100 meters away is a red traffic light. So I take away the accelerator. This is the ecological driving. Now it's getting green again. So
The ecological driving.
we can re-accelerate to something like 50.
We're gonna get out to a highway.
And now
We're
one of the best German sentences.
leaving the city part.
Wir fahren weiter auf die Kraftfahrstraße in Richtung Hildesheim. So, bloody hell, where's Hildesheim? Ah, it's to the right. That was an easy one. So, next one. Very difficult if you don't know. These lights are off. So I can go to the last line, have a check to the left, no car coming. And now we are on Kraftfahrstraße, which means motorist's way. You don't expect here any
Kraftfahrstraße?
bicycles or slow scooters. No, minimum speed here should be something
Going out to the highway.
according to your
Merge, get up to
vehicle's
speed,
paper.
step on it.
We've got
Shift
the
into
third
gear and
acceleration
step
now.
on it.
I indicate and speed up.
Yeah. Nice.
So I just pulled her up to something like 90, shifting to the next gear, and now we
Good. So yeah, I could drive here. I'm now sure of it. I would be absolutely fine. It's all very based in common sense, it seems, and smart, and a lot of safety oriented. Good stuff. I like it. We'll call that part 1. I will finish this video maybe later today. So stick around for part 2. And yeah, hope you all are doing good today. We'll see you on the next one. Tschüss.